What is up, guys? It's your birthday boy, Rick Kakis, and today we are going to be showcasing the absolutely incredible Hammerhead Machine Gun that was just made available to acquire in the most recent weekly update during the Into the Light free DLC for Destiny 2, and we're going to be going over the absolute multitude, the frankly smorgasbord of god rolls this thing can get. Like, there is so many god tier combinations. Sometimes with a weapon, you have like one roll that clearly sticks out. With the Hammerhead, you have like 5 or 6 competing god rolls, each one as good as the other. It is crazy. Let's go over them. I want to say some of you guys are probably like, oh, here we go. Rick's fawning over another Brave Arsenal weapon. Guys, Bungie came out. They said they're bringing back, the best of the best iconic weapons from throughout Destiny 2's history, and they're making them god tier. And my god, have they achieved that objective. Like, these Brave Arsenal weapons are insane. Their perk pools make raid weapons look like world drops, and the Hammerhead is no exception. So, the first thing you're going to want in your Hammerhead roll, especially for PvE, is going to be an extended meg perk. These usually aren't quite as important, but on a machine gun specifically, you can see right here, I switch off of extended meg. I have 73 rounds in the magazine initially, and I go all the way down to 59. So with a machine gun, both extended meg and appended meg are extremely valuable, especially because increasing your base magazine size has massive synergies with other magazine extending perks. And a great example is in the first column here with rewind rounds. Rewind rounds, oh my goodness. Yeah, rewind rounds for a machine gun is pretty much god tier. Anyway, seriously, rewind rounds is incredibly good. It is going to instantly reload up to half of your magazine based on the number of hits. And then of that half, it'll do it again, and then potentially again. So functionally, if you're hitting your shots, rewind rounds is almost going to double your magazine size. It is a very, very good perk here. And traditionally, this is the type of perk you're looking for in that first column. Something to massively improve your magazine and prevent reloading so you can just continuously slay out on ads. And another great option to do just that is Envious Assassin. Get kills with your other weapons to balloon the magazine size of your Hammerhead. Like, often you're going to switch back to your Hammerhead after triggering Envious, and you're going to have it doubled, if not more. So both of those perks, again, traditionally god tier perks on machine guns. And what are you pairing those with? Well, we have 2 absolutely god tier damage increasing perks in the right column. The first one has got to be Onslaught. Now, Onslaught is going to improve your rate of fire after getting a kill and stacks up to 3 times. A little known benefit is that Onslaught also improves your reload speed based on each stack. So if you have Onslaught times 3, you're going to be absolutely shredding through enemies with the insanely increased rate of fire and reloading faster when you run out of ammo. That's a pretty incredible combo. But guys, you actually also have access to Killing Tally. Killing Tally used to only be on a pinnacle weapon way back in the day. They kind of somewhat recently reintroduced it. It is one of the best machine gun damage increasing perks in the game because it is going to essentially act like a rampage, right? You get a kill, it's going to improve your weapon damage, stacks up to 3 times. But with Killing Tally, there is no timer. The damage boost only goes away when you reload or stow your weapon. So you can easily gun down 3 red bars at the beginning of your magazine, and then the other 90% of your shots will have a 30% damage boost. And then when you combine that with stuff like rewind rounds or Envious Assassin, you are shooting hundreds of rounds with a 30% damage boost. That is crazy. However, if you don't want to go the traditional god roll route of, again, rewind or Envious, and there's somewhat of an argument for 4th times the charm to, again, just get ammo back, improve the magazine size, plus a god tier damage increasing perk, which is again going to be either Killing Tally or Onslaught. I think both of them are fantastic. You could have a totally different kind of god roll. And that is going to be because the Hammerhead can actually get Rampage in the left column. So forget extending your magazine size. How about we just crank up the damage even more? And this is the only gun in the entire game, aside from the original breakneck pinnacle weapon that was one of the best weapons in the entire game, that can actually get the combo of Rampage plus Onslaught. So get a kill, improve your damage and your rate of fire. Now, that sounds pretty crazy, but how much of a difference does it actually make? Well, I tested it. So, using a Hammerhead with Rampage plus Onslaught, I went into this Lost Sector and straight up to this Lost Sector boss. I made sure to trigger no damage increases. How long does it take me to kill this guy at a base level? Well, overall, it was about 8.275 seconds. Now, I know it's not a perfect test. The guy was moving around. I got a couple of body shots, maybe missed a few shots, but it was pretty consistent. And it turns out, guys, this is a lot more of an annoying test than I originally thought, because this guy, as you can see, jumps away half the time. So that was a pretty clean test, 8.275 seconds. So what happens if I take that same Hammerhead and this time I kill 3 red bars before I shoot the boss? Well, as you can see right here, I kill this guy in 3.67 seconds. We more than halved the time to kill, which equates to we are, with the combo of Rampage plus Onslaught, getting an equivalent to about a 100% damage increase. Again, this test is not perfect, it's not in a vacuum, but it gives you an idea of just how much extra damage you're actually getting when you're improving both the damage with Rampage and the rate of fire. These things stack exponentially on top of each other, so you are just shredding when you have these things active. You can see in the background gameplay, I am in Legend Onslaught and I am cutting through yellow bars like butter because of these 2 perks. Now, it is not the most ammo efficient. You will run out of ammo in your magazine. That's why stuff like, again, appended and extended are so important. Thankfully, you do have that reload speed increase from Onslaught. It is definitely a niche role, but my goodness, it is powerful. And again, because no other weapon in the entire game that's non-sunset can get this roll, it's 100% a roll I'm going for. I don't care if it's the most optimal, it's incredibly unique and it's super fun. But guys, don't forget that whole spiel also applies to the roll of Rampage plus Killing Tally. No other machine gun in the game can get Rampage and Killing Tally, stacking 2 damage increases on top of each other. It might actually be more consistent because Killing Tally is going to provide that permanent damage increase, so you can gun down a bunch of enemies, you have half the magazine still left, you don't reload, you find the next half, and then Killing Tally times 3 is already active, and then you ramp up Rampage again. That's also going to be insane for just shredding through enemies, guys. And again, it's just another one of the multitude of incredible god rolls that Hammerhead can get. But there's actually one more I want to talk about. It's a roll that I haven't quite got yet, but I have to mention it. Instead of, Rampage, instead of Envious, instead of Rewind, in that left column, you can actually get destabilizing rounds, where final blows will make nearby enemies volatile. So it's essentially a do-it-yourself volatile rounds for your Hammerhead, and that means you can get destabilizing rounds plus Onslaught plus Killing Tally. That's incredible, and we really haven't seen that before. In fact, the Hammerhead is only the second machine gun in the entire game that can get destabilizing rounds, with the only other one being the Gambit machine gun, and it gets it in the right column. So you would be replacing a damage increasing perk with destabilizing rounds. Again, the fact that you can have destabilizing and damage increasing perk, like once red bars are exploding from volatile, that might actually be more effective at ad clearing than Rampage plus Onslaught or Rewind plus Killing Tally. So that's another role to go after. And if you do get lucky enough to get a shiny version with multiple of these combos, like I think the absolute pinnacle end goal is going to be Rewind rounds and Rampage in that first column, and then you have Onslaught plus Killing Tally in the right column. And that lets you switch between those different combos. Do you want an extended mag? Do you want the ultimate, like, just shredding roll? That is going to be amazing, guys. There's so many good combos with this thing. 100%. Just like the last Brave Arsenal weapons we talked about. 100% worth going after, worth getting. Guys, that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.